What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
What's up,
What's up? What's up? What's up?
bro? Your energy is like different every week. Was it last week you were DJ Screw, and this
Oh,
week
I'm on uppers today.
and this week you're Meek Mill?
I'm on uppers today. We got Victor in the ones and twos.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Was that 3? You trademarked that. You
Man,
gotta tell them.
I'm telling you, man, something's going on with my chair. I look like I'm on drugs. I keep moving up, but it keeps moving me back. But yeah, it's a first Saturday of October. New quarter, last quarter. We're going into 2022 after this.
That's business mindset.
Yeah.
Taking quarters.
Yeah, new quarter, last quarter, first of the Saturday. We got a lot of first and last going on right now. How's you today? How are you doing today, Roy? How's your energy? You good to go?
I'm
to go?
good. I'm good.
Cool. So before we came in, we were talking about some stuff. I'm thinking of well, I'm probably just thinking about it, but I'm probably not gonna do anything about it. Alcohol, like tequila, is
Yeah.
that good? Like, is it a smooth tequila? I'm thinking
I'm
of
gonna
getting
say
into tequila.
I'm gonna say yes, but like any alcohol, I mean liquor, like the brand plays a major role. Like
Okay.
middle to top tier, yes, it's really good.
Okay, so I was looking at it again. I probably won't do anything past just looking into it. Sipping tequila. What's the big difference about that?
Sipping, what?
It was like a sipping tequila. Like they were calling it like this is a sipping tequila.
I guess that's
That
you
just
drink
means-
it slow.
Yeah, you don't want to take a shot of that. 'cause
So,
it's probably
yeah,
expensive.
That means it's
It's-
very
it's
strong, or is it just the price?
Probably both.
probably a little bit of both.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to buy an alcohol that's like very spicy. That burns my throat.
I've never had a something advertised as sipping
Really?
tequila.
I've
For me, when I sip drinks, it's
Have you
more
heard
whiskey.
that before?
I've heard
Yeah.
that before too from like older like Hispanic
Yeah.
men. Like they
Oh.
like to just like chill and like
To
that's
me,
like their
yeah.
drink of choice, And
Yeah,
so I tried it too. Like I just poured a glass of tequila. I put an ice cube in it.
Yeah.
Just to, chill it a little bit, and I just did it like that. It's easier to me than taking a shot of it because that's when it like
that's
starts
like
to
party tequila,
burn the
right?
back of your throat. If
Yeah.
you're sipping it, it's more about you're trying to
I guess
find
'cause
whatever flavors are in
tequila's
it.
not a slow drink for me. Like for me,
Really?
it has to be like whiskey. Like whiskey's when you put in the glass and then you sip it. Like that's whiskey to me.
Okay, because I think a tequila or like a sipping drink, like a fancy little thing,
Yeah.
something you think about the rest of your day. Like the ice cube that you were talking about. So I was thinking about getting into that. My girlfriend had one. She had a pecan. I think it was a Scotch or the one you were just saying.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, whiskey and
It smelled
scotch and
really
like
good.
the bourbon and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, those are like the sipping ones. Like
Yeah.
tequila's a quick and done, bro.
You're a party though. You think of partying when you think of tequila, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the lime, you got the salad.
Have you had
get it going, bro?
Have you had the Rocks tequila?
No, I haven't had the rocks tequila. I had his energy drink.
Yeah.
It was a knockoff of
Monster?
not Monster. It was
Okay.
a knockoff of Rockstar.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn,
So
I guess
it's
it
the
depends
low
on what you
Monster.
drink. Yeah.
I was like the original when I tried some, so I got the original.
Yeah.
And it was like Rockstar, but
yeah.
there were some flavors that looked cool because it was like Hawaiian flavors. Some of the wine. I want to try some more, but
Do you think he's culture vulturing from the Hawaiian community, or is he actually Hawaiian?
He's Hawaiian, isn't he?
I know.
yeah, he's actually Hawaiian.
So energy drinks, I think. What's the one? Red Bull. I think they have the best energy drinks.
Red Bull does not work on me. So
It does for me, and I don't even think of it.
I'll never forget the first Red Bull I had because it was after all night. It was like at 4:30 in the morning. The first Red Bull I had, and it was a 16 ounce.
They're also I don't
No,
get the
they're
big
8
ones.
ounces. They come in 8-9 ounces. The big one.
16 is the biggest.
I don't know if it's the biggest, but 16 ounces is the bigger one. But they have
So maybe it was the 8 then.
the regular ones are like 8-9
Okay.
ounces.
Yeah, I don't go for the big
It was a
ones.
16 ounce one. I drank it. By 5 a.m. I was asleep. It did shit. It did nothing for me.
When did you drink it though?
I remember drinking around 4:30 a.m.
Oh.
And then by 5 o'clock, I was
Was it regular?
it was the regular one.
I like their flavor ones.
I mean, back then there wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just Red Bull, and I think that's it. It wasn't even sugar free back then.
Yeah, their green one tastes like Sprite. Like they're very good with their flavors.
Mhm.
Monster, I don't really like because it has that aftertaste. I haven't had Rockstar, but I think think that
Rockstar
was
is
my
a
favorite.
I mean, if you know Rockstar, that means you get them at the. It's the cheaper one.
Yeah.
It's the 2 for 2, 2 for
So it's
3.
not the good one.
It's a 2. I mean, they taste fine, but they're not the 2 for 4 like Monster and stuff.
Yeah.
But my favorite right now would probably be Bang.
Yeah, Johnny, who fired me from the show, he likes Bang. I think he started drinking Bang, right? Wasn't he the first one? In the chat.
Maybe because there's Bang. There's another one that was really popular, but it went away.
I feel like there
forgot.
was.
It was like Bang.
I keep wanting to say Four Loco, but it's not Four Loco.
Get your drinks mixed up.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. I thought it was.
You be drinking that during the day for energy.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking about getting into tequila,
It's
but
a whiskey, man.
I don't think
Whiskey with an ice cube. Let it open up or breathe a little bit. Take sips.
Where do they sell those blocks of ice?
I bought the
You
one
gotta
to make
it
my
yourself.
own at
Yeah,
home.
you got to use tap water.
I use my filtered water for it.
You fancy.
Well, because it dilutes to the drink, so you want filtered water.
Yeah. Is bidet water different?
Be smarter about it. What?
If you have a water softener, is the water in the bidet softened as well?
I don't have a water softener. I don't know. Do you have water softener?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
For tax purposes, I'm broke.
I've never used a bidet. I've never used
you
a water
never
softener.
Bro.
Game changer?
Bro, you got to.
Yeah.
Like you got to. Chris has one now.
I don't have one, but I used one.
So you used one?
That one?
Why haven't you got one?
I'm afraid.
Of what? Like, of hooking it up?
It's like a gateway to other things.
Bro, it's easy.
Other things.
So,
yeah.
So like he was posting about it, then I posted that I had one for like 6 months. He's all mad. He's like, "Why didn't you tell me? I got one."
Roy's the type of person that unless you bring it up, he's not going to tell you he has it. And like,
bro, but
he does that religiously, everything.
But this chat, we talk about like music and sports.
We talk about everything. Actually,
I mean, and then I'm gonna go in there, guys. I got a new bidet.
Yes, like what's wrong? That's a conversational piece. Like, yeah, but I used it.
You need to get one.
It was cold water. It was crazy. I was thinking about it the next day.
But don't get the one with. Well, I've never used that type. I just feels like it would be weirder and harder. The one that actually has like the hose and the spray.
That's the one I had. It was
I got the one that you did install. It has already like it positioned.
Yeah, I think I haven't used the other one, so I'm kind of biased. But I think I like the cold metal one where you spray it, where you can aim.
You can aim. I don't know. It's just like you're like, let me go around here.
I want to know where it's going.
No, you got complete control.
Yeah.
But the other one has I don't know about that one, but the one that has the spray already like mounted has like different modes, like how strong and all that.
And then I feel like I haven't used it again, but the ones that are like fixated to the commode, I feel like it's like a memory seat. Like, who's been moving my bidet? This ain't my butt length. Like, I feel like there's a lot that goes into it. Yeah.
Bro, but it's
sprayed my balls.
So one thing about like before I got the bidet, like I'm very like research type, so I look at which ones are that. It's crazy how foreign the concept of bidet is to Americans. Yeah. There's a lot of people commenting, why would you ever use a bidet? That water's nasty. And like, that's the same water you take a bath with. What are you talking about?
That's what I was saying. If you have a water softener, does that make it even more better? Like
it's the same water you take a bath with.
It's a premium rinsing.
Softwood.
Yeah.
It's like it's soft tissue paper with soft water.
Yeah. But yeah.
You need to get one.
I'd probably get a bidet before I get a tequila drink. That's probably how serious it is.
They're probably the same price when it comes to a bottle to a bidet. Those 50, 60 bucks to get one.
Bidets last forever. Unless
install it right.
Yeah.
You don't want water leaking and shit.
But yeah, getting into music. What was the album that dropped?
We got Meek Mill.
Okay, yeah. I listened to Meek Mill, Lil Wayne and Rich the Kid for some reason.
I did not listen to that.
They know each other.
It didn't. I don't know. That just didn't sound appealing to me.
Yeah, Trust Fund Babies. I listened to that. I didn't finish the album. I felt like Jeremy Hill. It was bad. It felt like Lil Wayne was trying to rap like Carter 5 Lil Wayne, but Rich the Kid kind of like made it hard for me to listen because he's not a rapper, and you have Lil Wayne who can rap when he wants, and it was a bad mashup for me.
I don't remember the last like Rich the Kid album I heard.
I've never heard a Rich the Kid album in my life.
I could be there with you. Just it's one of those names but
for some reason I was thinking of Famous Dex the whole time when I was listening to this, and I've never heard Famous Dex. Did you hear? Have you heard the album or no?
No, I've not heard it, and I don't think I've listened to Rich the Kid.
No.
Either. No.
He's one of those that you know the name, right?
Yeah, like when I was in college at Texas Tech, like he came and did a show there for
Oh, wow.
a frat party once. I was
That's
like, oh,
weird.
that's
At
cool.
a frat party,
yeah,
not even for the college.
Yeah,
a frat
that
party.
seems very
exactly.
Bro,
like,
low audience count.
Got paid in beer.
Yeah, something like that.
Did he
yeah.
perform on the steps? Like, what?
I didn't make it to the party. You know, it was a big thing, but
That's crazy.
But I'm
That's
sure he had a
crazy.
good time.
Performing on the stairs, walking.
Did he have speakers or he just projected his voice?
It's real loud. Everyone had a hush.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's the microphone.
Wow, that's different. But I didn't like it. I can't even rate it because I didn't finish it. It wasn't that great for me.
I didn't even search it.
And then Meek Mill dropped.
I liked it.
What was the name of the album?
Expansive Pain.
Yeah, Expensive Pain. He had like an art type cover.
Yeah,
that was cool. I think he's been hanging around Jay-Z a lot. You can tell.
This looked like if Jay-Z and like Kanye kind of did a cover together, like the it reminded me of the
I don't know about
characters from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I don't know about Kanye. This definitely reminded me of like a Jay-Z album. The art, it definitely has the art. Okay, I can see why you said that. Yeah, I see titties.
Kanye.
Yeah, I see the nipples. I didn't like this album either.
I liked it. This was no means championship, but I liked it. This was probably one of the more aggressive deliveries we had for the year when it comes to for Meek Mills. A lot of the songs where he was pretty aggressive in his like cadence and then kind of like he was yellingish, but he also switched it up. Like he got real melodic on certain songs, and he just got like regular just rapping. But said it was good, definitely not great, but I liked it. There was a lot of good songs I'll take from it.
Yeah.
The my favorite one from it was it On My Soul or My Soul.
Maybe that's the one I like.
That's the one I liked. The one with ASAP Ferg was great.
That was I like ASAP Ferg's verse, but not Meek Mill's.
I liked his. I like both of them. Vori was great too. Like the way they went back and forth. I didn't like the song so much, but ever liked the way a song was done.
Yeah.
The collaboration between him,
Moneybagg Yo.
No, him, Lil Durk, and was it Lil Baby? It was him, Lil Durk, and I think it was Lil Baby.
Lil Durk.
Yeah.
Lil Durk. Oh yeah. Sharing locations. Yeah. So I like sharing locations.
That song, I don't think there was a better produced collab.
Yeah.
Because for one song, they literally all three of them went back and forth the whole song, which was really cool. Like I don't think I've seen three people go back and forth like that in a long time. It's when you see two people, okay, but three, literally, it was like line here, line here, line here, and that was really cool the way it was put together.
Yeah, I like sharing locations. That was like I think that was his single before the album, but that was good.
On My Soul, all the way down to I think Young Thug, it was really good. That was like the pocket of the album for me.
He had a lot of features in that little space too.
Yeah, Vori was good. Gigs, I
don't know why Gigs is on everybody's album.
He didn't fit this album.
He doesn't fit any album.
Like he didn't fit this album. I saw it and I was like, okay, it didn't work for me.
I've never heard a Gig feature that I liked.
No.
I keep thinking this is the guy like Scooby-Doo Pop Pop. The man's not nice, but I think that's Big Shaq or something like that. And I think they're two different people, but yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. It's weird.
Trying to think of the other collabs, but ASAP Ferg killed it. I love the way the music kind of complemented both of them. It was simple. It was like a piano riff with some like snare with the bass. That's basically what it was.
ASAP Ferg had the better verse on there. Did you like his verse or Meek Mill's?
No, I like both, but ASAP Ferg had the best verse easily.
Are you ready to say ASAP Ferg over ASAP Rocky right now?
No. At Long Live ASAP and Long Live ASAP, those albums are great to me. Those replay value of amazing. I listen to LSD a lot. Like those are great.
Old though. I don't know.
I don't have a go-to album for ASAP Ferg to listen to. Do you?
Floor Seats, yeah. Floor Seats it's hard because Floor Seats and then Floor Seats 2. It's either Floor Seats 2 or Do Rags. Those two are really hard. Like, and they don't even sound like. Even though they're in a group, they don't sound like the same, like each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, Floor Seats is fire. Mm-hmm. That's a great album.
I would take the Long Live ASAPs over those.
I don't think
But
Long Live.
it's a different vibe.
Yeah,
though.
it is. It's hard. It's hard to compare.
We're only comparing them because they're ASAP.
Yeah, it's hard to compare those two albums because they're. I think Floor Seats is more aggressive,
Yeah.
and Long Live ASAP is more laid back.
Ferg in general has an aggressive tone.
Yeah, Long Live ASAP is more chopped and screwed Houston type Southern. But yeah, Floor Seats is more New York for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're both. Those are both hard albums.
I mean, the differences you just explained is why I like Long Live ASAP. Like that's what I.
So
I
you
like.
do like slowed albums?
Yeah.
But you like Run the Jewels?
Yeah.
That's far from slowed. That's aggressive.
I'm trying to think who else I listen to that's aggressive like that.
Royce 5'9"?
I like Royce 5'9". I like his stuff is good, but I like the stuff he did with Prime with DJ Premier.
Okay, so we got Run the Jewels.
Yeah.
That's aggressive. Prime's aggressive. Royce 5'9"'s aggressive. Eminem's aggressive.
I don't listen to Eminem.
Oh,
that's
okay.
you. But Prime is aggressive, but it was very like, I wouldn't say old school, but it kind of had like that old school style because DJ Premier.
Logic's not aggressive, but he raps fast.
But it's not aggressive at all.
It's not slow though.
Bro, you can tell he wears glasses during those raps.
It's not slow though.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
But fast doesn't mean aggressive.
Right. But there's a difference between like Logic, all those Run the Jewels versus like ASAP album.
Oh yeah.
They're not slow like ASAP and Chill.
But then you go back to like my love for like
don't say it.
Lupe Fiasco.
I was purposely not saying Lupe because it didn't help my argument.
It went my point.
Yeah.
So like stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking multiple styles.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are the reasons I like that album. Okay. And like Ferg just hasn't hit for me like that. Yeah. And Ferg's great. Like nothing against him.
Yeah.
It's just we're only comparing them because they're ASAP.
I think if I had to pick, I would go more. Damn, I don't even. I think I would go more aggressive, like because I like Jaden's albums. I like ASAP Ferg albums, and those are like more fast paced albums for me.
But Jaden's not aggressive.
His Sire projects are not his love tapes, not the cozy tapes. I'll take Sire over those cozy tapes.
You'll take Sire over
Sire and then Iris. Those I think are like Carter 1, Carter 5 type albums because they're kind of the same vibe. But over cozy tapes, because cozy tapes is also a thing too.
I don't think Sire was aggressive.
Not really aggressive, but like fast tempo, upbeat, and like.
I think there's a difference because Ferg is aggressive.
Yeah,
Killer Mike is aggressive.
That's what I'm saying. But like a fast paced beat, is in the same vein of like an aggressive, like up tempo type album.
Meek Mill had songs where he was aggressive.
Yeah, but I don't like Meek Mill's voice
because you don't like treble, bro.
And
which is why we had a rebrand.
Yeah, I got fired. And then I feel like Meek Mill's album. Yeah, I feel like Meek Mill's album. This one felt like a step back. It's hard for me to like this album because he kind of had the same material, and I don't think he's really traveling the world or getting his heart broken anymore because it's all the same. Every song was pretty much the same thing.
So material wise, it was consistent to like what we've previously seen, but he did mention like a certain girl, woman a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was the same thing.
But like to me, it's like he's putting it out there, bro. Like you literally said multiple times on this album that you're fucking her, but she has her man. Like you're the side piece.
Yeah, I don't even think he knew that though.
No, he talked about it. He's like, we're doing it, but then you go home to a rich person. Then he said and then it was on another song. I think it was
a lot of songs.
It was Expansive Pain.
Was it with Moneybag?
No, maybe the one line I was like, bro, why'd you say that? He's like, when he said, when we're fucking, you're talking about your problems with him. And I went along with it or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think he knew how he came across. It was like the R. Kelly interview. Like he got done, he was like, I did good? No, fool. No, you don't sound good.
But when you're talking about like kind of laying it out there what it is, that's what it was. Like he's going through that I don't know if he thinks
like he's bragging about it
no, it felt like it was hurting him. Like some of the lyrics felt like it was hurting him because Expensive Pain is talking about like he kind of get what he wants, but he's not getting who he wants. Like he has her in the bed, but he doesn't have her in her life because she has her life with her man, whoever this guy is. And then he talked about how when he was gone for he was gone, he came back. He didn't really feel appreciated until his kid said, I missed you.
But he just had his kid, and his kid's still
He
a
has
baby.
2.
He has 2 kids.
Yes,
When he get 2 kids, he been in jail.
bro.
She was 6 months, and he did a year. Like, I don't get it.
Oh, what's that movie? That ain't my kid. He's white.
With
What's that?
fucking
Cat
Cat Williams.
Yes.
He's like,
Oh,
sorry, sir. I don't understand.
yeah. What movie is that,
I've never seen that movie, but I've only seen that clip. It's crazy.
bruh? Oh, is it a movie? I just know
I,
that. I
I
just know
think
that clip.
I don't even know. I only know
It
that
could've been a
clip
skit,
too.
right?
Yeah.
That ain't my baby.
But yeah, okay, so he does have 2 kids.
Yeah, he has 2 sons,
Okay, one looks old, one looks like he's freaking 27.
bro.
And the other one doesn't have a picture, so I think he's a kid.
So the 27-year-old said, "I missed you," and I hit, bro.
That's not gangster. But yeah, I don't know. This one wasn't really it for me. And
I think this was what Meek tried to do is that he gave you the same content, but the music was, I mean, the beats were different than like Championship.
maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't much growth at all. It was the same thing, but it was good. By any means, I'm not saying it's great. This was a mid album.
And then he also had some contradictions where he was like, if you made a meal with me, I'll never cross you. But at one point, it was reported he was trying to get out of his deal with Rick Ross. I'm like, bro, you can't. We not stupid.
He was getting out of the deal
to get back in.
Meek Mill.
Oh, okay.
To make a meal, you know.
Oh, okay.
But he had a lot of like single like bars here and there. He didn't have any like amazing like lyrics for a whole song, but he had just little jabs here that was
good. And like thinking back on it, I really hate that we've done the whole growth thing. Like it's turned into a monster.
It is. It's a monster, and I think it's its own. To me, it really depends on the artist if you want it or not.
We've said that too, though. But
it's like
no, we don't even take that into consideration ourselves.
But I think also it's what are we defining as growth? Like, is it trying different styles or updating your content? Because you can try different styles, but your content's kind of the same, or you can upgrade, like lyrically talk about where you are.
Because I feel like there's not any artists out there, like I could say 100% of the artists have a core content that they rap about in every album. There's not one artist that talks about something completely different.
No, like it's gonna be. I mean, but what else is talk about? It's money, relationships, problems. Like that's life.
Like, yeah, I don't understand.
I am a millionaire and I have those problems. Like who doesn't?
So if I talk about money in this album, and I talk about more money in this album, is that considered growth? You know?
Yeah.
So I think we've created a monster with this whole.
It's just
it's not showing that much growth.
It's the like not the singles, but it's just like in an album. Can you show like different content, not necessarily throughout the whole album, but have some type of light on something else? Like, and then some people it hurts them. Like when we talk about growth, it hurts them. Like to me, when we talk about new artists, the one that hurt the most is St. John. Like he grew into like more of the mainstream.
I don't know.
Like he went with what's it called? Get Laney's Love Songs.
This is his second.
No, he's released
3. Okay,
what was that third? Ghetto Lane.
Was it? I don't know.
He said 2 or 3, but like
I know he's definitely at 2, but I don't know.
But from Collection 1 with like Roses, Lust, those are like amazing songs, and he just went to
he's dropped 3. Honestly, I think Collection 1 is his classic one so far, or whatever. But I think Ghetto Lenny Love Songs and While the World Was Burning are kind of the same type of projects.
No, Collection 1 is different than those two. Those two are similar.
Yeah.
But I think like that's what he grew into. Like when it comes to sound wise, like this is where we wanted, you know, how'd you develop? Well,
I don't know.
I developed my sound, but he developed a sound as something we don't like.
I don't know, because with Jaden, this reminds me of Jaden because Jaden did the Cozy tapes. Yeah. Like he had several volumes of that. Then he did Sire and then Iris or whatever. And those two are the similar albums, but they're completely different types of projects.
So, I don't want to knock on St. John, but I feel like when it comes to musicianship, that's where Jaden wins. Like Jaden's, I think, more hands-on because he plays guitar and stuff. Like,
does he?
Yeah. Like the he had the video.
How you know St. John don't play instruments?
I've never seen him. So
I've never seen Jaden play an
yeah,
instrument.
he has the music video of the live version of him playing one of the songs from the tapes. It's
Lil Wayne plays instruments.
yeah.
Okay,
Let's just say yeah. Nah, hold on.
let me see. So, because
He
I
has a live version of Cabin Fever from the Hill with him on guitar.
that's not a hard song to play on guitar, is it?
Can you play it?
I got to see what the keys look like.
Can you play it?
Yeah, G sharp.
Yeah. G sharp.
String instruments are hard though.
But yeah, I just feel like musicianship wise, Jaden has the upper hand, which helps. Like, I think it's easier for you to develop different sounds if you're that much more into the process of it.
Yeah,
Like another person that we've kind of knocked on a little bit after his debut album is Black.
I've never not knocked on Black.
After Problems, like, come on, what's the Atlanta album?
Yeah, every project sound the same to me.
Yeah, like he hasn't.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like I've never been like, oh, this was
said
great.
it that it sounds. It's just so repetitive that
Yeah,
you didn't like it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's knocking on him.
I said, I never not knocked on him.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I'm trying to do the wordplay, bro.
Yeah,
double negative shit.
Yeah, I'm here with the bars. I'm still looking for Johnny. But yeah, I don't know. So what I gotta do, I gotta hear his next project to definitively say he's pigeonholed. Because there was rumors that Collection 2 was gonna drop, so I'm still holding judgment.
So that single that he kept that the MTV
Roses?
Awards. No, the MTV Awards, the one that just happened like a couple weeks ago.
I didn't watch it.
They kept giving him like 30 seconds after every other break to sing.
They wale'd him?
Well, no, because they give him like 30 seconds like 4 times. So he got
intermissions.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wale did that for BT Awards at one point.
So yeah, so that's what he did. And that song sounded very more Collection 1-ish.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But it can be just off an album of who knows.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold judgment on St. John.
No.
I gotta see if Collection 2 drops or what his 4th album is gonna be, because then I'll be able to tell.
Black's dropped 3, right?
6 Lack? Yeah. I honestly 6 Lack, I haven't really heard anything that I really liked after Problems? Yeah. Everything's the same. He's so depressing. I can't listen to him on my way into like work or anything. It's a bad day.
But I don't know, like Problems was so good. It's just I don't know, like I'm saying it was so good, and it's like, why wouldn't I like the album again with the just new songs?
Yeah,
I don't know. It just doesn't hit like the first one.
Yeah, so I don't know. And then
you created that monster though.
Yeah, I really did. I remember the day. I forgot what we were talking about. Like, there's no growth. I forgot who it was. Maybe it was a Big Crit, but it was like when we were in like the living room recording.
But when you don't remember something, you know, you just throw a Big Crit, right?
Yeah,
you just say it was him.
I don't know. But yeah, I didn't. What was it? I didn't like Meek Mill's album more than I liked that Big Crit album that I rated a 3.
What'd you give Meek?
Probably like a 2, because I didn't really hear enough songs for me to like that I'd be like, I want to go back to it, let alone add them to a playlist.
I gave Meek a 5. That intro, the way they flipped "Hate Me Now," one of the best intros of the year. That intro was great. He just flowed on the whole intro and the "Hate Me Now," and then like also the sample flips are great.
It's such a popular sample he had on there.
It is, but it was. I mean,
it was like that Coliseum sample or whatever.
It was the "Hate Me Now," yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It was good, and then they did the No Diggity sample too with Vori.
Yeah, I did like how Ferg did a sample hook.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know.
It was good. It was a good intro, and it kind of set it up for. I thought the intro was going to give the aggression out, but he kept the aggression.
Yeah, the album that I've been listening to since it's dropped, it wasn't Jojo. It was not Donda, not Trust Fund.
That's how like the chat gets, man. There was a whole conversation on Jojo about her growth and all that.
It wasn't.
What are we talking about?
It wasn't for me though.
You were a big part of that conversation.
Oh yeah, it was me. I was like, let me deep dive into her discography, because she dropped she dropped an album today or Friday, and I've been listening to it for like 3 days, trying to get to like halfway to the album. It's so like,
I listened to the whole album. It was
boring for me.
Very generic.
Yeah.
She's stayed in the same vocal range.
It's supposed to be an R&B album, but it doesn't sound.
It's pop R&B.
it's definitely more heavy pop than like R&B.
The very first song, I don't know, the intro song, I forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a cappella because it was like dun, 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 dun. It was like I was like, this was interesting, and then it just went to generic pop R&B. It was just I hate these singers that like it's I don't know if it's the producer. It's just I want to see you like belt out your range, and I want to hear it.
And like fans of JoJo's will be like, "You don't need range." Like, how does that make sense?
Because we had this, I had the same comment about what was that chick's name that dropped that she was on Drake's album?
Oh, Yeba.
Yeah, but
I like that album. But I listened to it,
but I felt like she never like bolted out anything. I guess I need an Adele album.
Yeah, I was going to say you're waiting for Adele because she has that vein of Adele. Yeah. Louis Bags was like my favorite song on that album. I forgot who it's with.
But that was a short album too, right?
Yeah, it was not bad. I got to it. I think it was a cold.
Oh, I remember why you said
day.
You weren't gonna listen to.
Yeah, it was a snow white day. But the album I've really been listening to was Table for Two by Lucky Day. Mm-hmm. That album is tough. It's really good. I didn't realize how good he sings. I think I compared him to Frank Ocean before, but yeah, I really like that album. That's what I've been listening to pretty much all week. Came out this year though.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah. So Frank Ocean and his Highway Robbery Self. We don't really need a new album from him. We got Lucky Day. And then
I've been on Daniel Caesar lately. I even sent you the songs like, nah.
I didn't know that was Daniel Caesar. Daniel Caesar is kind of depressing too with his music.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Why would I want that? If I'm doing that for Black, why would I not have the same energy for Daniel Caesar?
Because it just doesn't hit the same.
Nah.
I mean, I'm on record a million times saying I like that, like the sadder music.
Yeah, okay. But you don't like Eminem. I don't understand.
I don't like Eminem. I just don't like his flows. Like,
but he has like
I don't know. I just don't.
He has depressing songs though.
He doesn't deliver it depressing.
Anyway,
he's too hyped up, and I don't know. Like, are you an Eminem fan?
Thank you.
Oh,
he shook his head.
He's like they can't see me, so I'm gonna say I am.
No, like Eminem's probably one of actually like the first like rappers that I listened to, and like some of the first music I listened to. I remember I had an MP3 that my dad gave me with the Eminem album, like Curtain Call, I think.
Yeah,
I think that was like some of
maybe that was the first one I listened to.
Same, yeah. So like it's definitely got like like a certain place like in my music history, but like today like I don't listen to Eminem, and I don't know his music's depressing, right? But I feel like he's always mad anyways.
That's what I'm saying.
He's getting after you. Like,
but I don't want to. Like, I'd rather be depressed than mad.
That's the weird.
Like, I don't want to be like scrolled at listening to music. Like, he's yelling at me. What did I do?
Exactly.
I guess. Fuck? But yeah, I'm not into that. I gotta be hyped.
I'm very surprised it took him this long. But shout out to him opening up his Mount Spaghetti restaurant.
It looked like a fast food place.
It was.
Damn,
fast food spaghetti. Like
crazy.
But there was a drive-through. He was at the drive-through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fast food spaghetti. I don't know if that's
how they ain't buying the spaghetti. They're buying the Insta pick they were there. That's what they're buying.
That doesn't jive.
I'm surprised that hasn't been done before. I feel like that's pretty easy. You just have a bunch of noodles and sauce ready.
So I'm sure it's for a reason.
From the pictures, the container they use are like the Chinese containers. The ones you get to go that fold.
Yeah, like the
box of noodles, right? Like a rush hour.
Yeah.
Okay. That's different. That's weird.
Why? That's how noodles are most like Chinese places you get noodles at to go.
Do you think of noodles when you think of spaghetti though, like Chinese food?
It's noodles.
I think of like Italian food though.
I do, but I'm saying like the container works.
But what about the meatballs?
Yeah. I'm surprised it took this long to open them up. Like he's had the money for a minute to open that up.
I wonder if it's good though. That's the only thing.
I looked at the menu. It was like $12 for the spaghetti.
Dang.
Like $15 for the vegan spaghetti.
Is that enough for it to be good though?
Spaghetti's so easy to make.
Yeah,
like you can make it at home
for real.
A bunch of it for like $3.
Like when you low on money, don't go ramen noodle. Do spaghetti. It's cheap and it's better.
And it feels a little bit better. Like you eat something fancier. Yeah.
You do pinky up.
But is that pricey enough for him to get like the best spices and herbs in there?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Do you put cheese on your spaghetti?
Parmesan cheese.
I put like the
cheddar cheese,
the square cheese. That's just so good.
You said cheddar cheese and spaghetti?
No, he does Kraft cheese on that shit.
The square one. American.
Grow up.
I've done that.
Grow up.
I've done
Grow up.
I've done Parmesan, but Yeah, the
Papa
heart.
John's very normal. It's
Yeah.
not the way you said it was like it's abnormal. It's very.
Just
I
trying
like
to
that.
stand out.
That's what they do at fucking Olive Garden. Let me know when to stop.
I like
Bro, I can
the
imagine you the Olive Garden. Can you bring me like the other?
yeah. Y'all got that yellow one. Yeah, I don't know.
I've never heard anyone. I feel like cheese would be really concentrated in one spot because it's a square.
Yeah. But what I do is I break it up. So I got little triangles throughout the bowl.
Bro, I see a 5-year-old doing that.
That's when I started. But yeah, that's really good. And then you gotta
Is
burn.
it melted? Then you have to melt
Yeah,
it. So
it's like reheated. I like it reheated. You gotta burn some of the noodles, get it a little crunchy.
Right.
It's
I just
really
made
good.
spaghetti. Oh, we gotta let it cool down first,
Yeah.
so I can reheat it with the cheese.
Yeah, don't knock it. Have you ever had it?
Nah,
Yeah, live a little.
I'm not gonna try it.
All right, but yeah, switching the sports, man. I forgot to. Well, I didn't forget. We didn't really have time. So the Chiefs are last in their division.
Yep.
I don't think that's gonna last. I think they'll still make the playoffs, but that's a hard division. But
It is in their last place. That's crazy.
Yeah, the question I was gonna ask: how long do you think it'll be before Patrick Mahomes becomes like villainized to people? You know how like LeBron is like villainized to a lot of people.
The only person that's really been villainized in the NFL is Tom Brady.
You think so now, or
Just throughout his career,
do you think he's still villainized, or has that changed?
Yeah, because he won so much in what's it called in New England. Like people, they're like, I don't like him because he wins too much.
I remember. I think he was more villainized in New England than he is now.
He is. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like just in general.
But yeah, I agree.
It happens a lot. To me, it happens a lot less in NFL than the NBA. Because NBA, like LeBron can control every position. Okay. He can't in the NFL. Like if
he's a quarterback.
Yeah, but if your receivers aren't open because the DBs are good, like what are you gonna do? And also, like he's the quarterback, but their defense is ranked third to last.
You talking about Chiefs?
Yeah. What is his defense? What does he have to do with the defense ranking third to last?
But I'm saying, like, how long do you think is before like villainized?
I think it's too early in his career to even think about that. He's not going to be.
He's been winning so much though. His career's gotten off to such a head start. Yeah. I think.
I said it before the season started that their streak has to end soon, and it's coming out true.
I think if they don't make the playoffs this year, he might get villainized. I think it'll be this year.
I don't think so because I think a lot of the blame is going to be towards the defense.
I don't even think people look at that though. People just look at him and be like,
anyone that knows sports are gonna.
But it's not even like that. People just, without like digging deep, they were like, oh, it's just.
I don't know. In my circle, we know
he's not the guy.
He won't be villainized.
And then there's a lot of good games this week. What do you think? Do you have the games pull up?
I got some games here if y'all want to pick some.
Yeah, so I was going to say game of the week.
Game of the week. So I'm
trying to only pick one. I know you like to pick.
I'm looking at what the night game is. So I got the game of the week. It has
to
be this one.
You're gonna say Patriots?
You know why you confused me?
What do you mean for game of the week?
Pick one, because literally the night game's called game of the week.
For?
That's what they advertise.
It's Sunday Night Football.
Oh, that's cool.
It's got to be.
So that's why when you said pick one, I'm like, it's always that one.
No, okay. So what game
do you think would be game of the week?
Yeah, that's gonna be like the best game of the week for you. Like the most exciting.
What do you got, Victor?
Well, the Sunday night game that I think is going to be the biggest game of the season, honestly,
I
that's
think
Bucks Patriots.
Okay, yeah,
that's a huge storyline narrative. Tom Brady going back.
I think that's just for viewership.
Yeah, definitely.
But when it comes to actual gameplay, it's not.
I think this will be good.
It's not. I think Bucks win by.
They're gonna blow them out.
They're going by 17.
Dang. So blow them out.
Yeah, 17.
Nah.
But, bruh, have you seen the Patriots play?
I don't think so. They're 1-2 right now. Like, who's stopping them?
Themselves.
The field.
Yeah, I think it's the game of the week.
And how public Brady was that I want to beat them good. Like,
man, all right, cool. You don't agree. Who's game of the week for you?
If I'm talking about like close game,
what game do you think is going to be most exciting to you? Stop changing the question.
Hold on. Let me get there, fool.
See, I got some close ones. Let's see.
All right, what do you got?
Tomorrow, there's the Seahawks and the 49ers.
That's going to be a
good. Should be a close game.
Russell Wilson has never lost 3 games in a row in his entire career.
Was he on 2 game right now?
Yeah. So if he loses tomorrow, it's the first time in his career.
So he's
to lose
1 and
3.
2.
Yeah.
Damn. Double homicide.
So I just for that sheer fact, I think they're gonna win. Seahawks are gonna win. Honestly, I think Browns and Vikings gonna be a nice game too.
So is that gonna be your game of the week?
Oh, game of the week is gonna be Cowboys and Panthers.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be a good game. I forgot about that.
Game of the week right there.
Oh, damn,
I'd like to do picks. All right, Victor,
yeah.
give us games.
So that's your game of the week.
Okay,
right,
but yeah,
so
let's do picks.
Cowboys is the game of the week for you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think it's gonna be good. I forgot about that.
And you're picking
Cowboys,
of course.
Come on.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
You just anti, bro.
Undefeated.
No, they're on
You're
they haven't lost.
You were Shannon Sharp on the Cowboy
I picked
hater.
the Cowboys last game.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp isn't. Yeah.
He literally agreed to it when this week Skip told him, "So you're just a Cowboy hater," and he went, "Yeah."
Anyway, all right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, another game we got tomorrow is the New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints.
I'm gonna go Saints.
Yeah, this one should be.
Jameis is over there, right?
Yeah.
He's still
Jameis'
starting.
team. Giants are 0-3, so
Damn,
I mean,
buy a win.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah,
I think we're all looking at that one the same way.
Yeah.
Are they still the only winless team, or is there
Nah.
anybody else that's winless?
I think the Lions are winless too.
Oh, and so are the Jaguars, who just lost this week.
They're 0-4.
So it's down to 3 teams that are winless right now.
Could be more.
We should do
As
that
far
next.
as I know, yeah.
All right, go ahead. We're gonna do like which team's gonna get a win first.
All right, what else? What's next?
There's got another game tomorrow. Washington football team. They're 1-2 playing at the 1-2 Atlanta Falcons.
Damn.
So a couple of
lot of
mid teams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna go Washington. I know why you'd say Atlanta though.
I'm gonna say Washington.
Oh wow.
They both suck, but Washington's supposed to have a little better defense.
I can see that too. Yeah, they have. What's his name? Their number 1 pick, Washington.
It's not Justin. Who is it? You
He's
talking about
a
quarterback?
There's a defensive player, Chase Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase Young. He's supposed to be really good.
So I think the defense wins it.
Yeah, I could see that too. I got Washington as well, but
Huh.
that isn't good for the NFC East.
I know.
It might happen anyways.
Let's see.
Let's pick another one.
Rams and Cardinals gonna be a good ass game.
Well, that's a divisional game right there.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched.
Both undefeated.
I've only watched Kyler once this season. I haven't watched him.
They're both undefeated.
That's cool.
So who do you got?
Who?
Rams
Vikings?
and Cardinals. Vikings. What the fuck?
Wait, you said who?
Rams and Cardinals.
Damn. I'm gonna go Rams.
Rams. Who you got?
Yeah.
Right there?
I got Rams. Rams at home.
Yeah, Rams has been playing good this season.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
I think they're legit.
I think
gonna be close.
Kyler Murray is gonna have a big game, and
Who?
Kyler Murray.
Oh,
And I think Moore is gonna have a really big receiving game because I think they're gonna double Hopkins, and Moore's gonna be pretty good.
Raiders are still undefeated too.
Yeah, I think the Raiders get the dub tomorrow. They're playing the Chargers. That's gonna be a good game too, but I think Raiders win. The interesting one, the Titans. The Titans play. Who do they play?
Damn, Cowboys
Titans
number
are
one in
at
the division.
Jets tomorrow.
Yeah, so Titans are at the Jets. You're talking Jets, right?
I'm gonna go Titans.
But Titans are missing Julio Jones and Brown are both out.
That's fine. They got They got Henry.
So who is he passing to?
They just
I
run
don't
it.
even know who else is there.
Who is he passing to?
But I mean, it's the Jets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Titans.
So if Jose was here, he'll tell you something else.
Yeah.
I hope Jose knows how bad his team is.
Who's slowing down Derrick Henry?
No, but I'm just saying that
He's gonna have
if
a
you're
coming out
if
party.
you're if you're just if you have no one to pass it to, they're gonna stack the box and try to stop him as much as they can.
Good luck with that.
I think Titans win, but I don't think this is gonna be the blowout that it's supposed to be.
So you think they're gonna lose, or they're not gonna win by 10 or more?
No, I think it's gonna be by like a field goal.
That's bold.
Mm-hmm.
And then so Jets are winless as well.
Yeah, 0-3 Jets.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
That's hard. Jaguars are 0-4.
That sucks.
Y'all are only ones that have lost 4. Nobody else.
I mean, only 2 teams that played 4 games.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Trevor Lawrence has as much losses as he's had his entire high school and college career combined.
Yeah.
Dude, he's down bad right
Bro,
now.
like a lot of these, that's why they say a lot of, because there's a lot of quarterbacks that actually work out that are not like first round or top pick, because a lot of people say like NFL, like you lose, like there's no there's never been a perfect season, right? You had perfect regular season, but they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So like you have to lose, and it's just like a lot of these quarterbacks don't know what it is playing from behind. They don't know what that pressure is.
Yeah.
Like Tony Romo drafted what 4th, 5th round.
Mhm.
Dak drafted 4th, 5th round. Just saying.
No, I feel you. I feel
They
like
know how to. They know. Yeah.
They
They know the
know
pressure
pressure.
of losing.
yeah, like quarterbacks like Lawrence, like he's always playing like at Clemson with like the best players around him. He's playing at these like elite high school football teams. Like, of course, you're gonna look great playing with the best of the best. I mean, players in the NFL are of course NFL players, but if they got you first for a reason, because they were pretty bad before.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how do y'all feel about Matthew Stafford this season?
I think what have I said? Like I've said like a lot of years that he's just on a shitty team. He's a great quarterback.
It looks like he's getting the just due he deserves.
Yeah, he's great. They did him wrong, and Calvin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Made him retire
bro,
early.
that's such a wasted career, bro. And the fact that he retired early instead of like forcing a trade, that just says he was tired. He was like, I'm fucking losing,
It must
bro.
have been
I'm done.
exhausting,
Like
bro.
I'm done losing. Like I'm putting my body in line for an L, bro.
Yeah. So he's number 1 in QBR right now.
Mhm.
And he's really doing good. Also Sam Darnold, he's surprising to me. I really like what he's doing with the Panthers. And I'm surprised that they're doing so well right off the gate. That's pretty good. He's number 6 in QBR, so he's top 10, just outside top 5.
I brought that up last week. I said, so that means it's the Jets.
What do you mean?
He came from the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe. Who was the other guy that went from the Jets? No, he came to the Jets because of money.
Oh, Bell?
Yeah, where is he at? He's not on the team, right? Or no, he is. He's still with
He was
Kansas City?
briefly with Kansas City.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's.
I don't think he ended up staying there. I think he was like upset about not getting playing time and stuff like because
I thought he came back this year.
Like, bro, come on, really?
Because we had like 3 running backs injured during preseason.
He's got to be. I mean, he should be somewhere. I don't know if he just fell off.
So do you feel like he railroaded his own career?
Yeah.
He stepped over dollars to pick up pennies?
Now he got dollars because because people forget that his deal was he got a great deal for the Jets because everyone talks about like the Steelers. The Steelers were giving him like 50 or 60 mil.
Yeah, they weren't paying anybody.
Like 10 guaranteed or something.
Yeah.
When the Jets only gave him like 35 mil, but like 30 was guaranteed.
Yeah.
So he took double on the guarantee.
Yeah.
So he got his payday.
So you think his legacy is impacted greatly because of that?
I don't think he was gonna have a great legacy. Anyways,
you don't think so?
He was just gonna be a football. Like he was gonna go down as a good back. What else?
Do you think he's going to go down as a good back still?
Yeah, he had good years. He's gonna be a good back.
Since the Steelers, has he?
A good back is almost like he was above average back, and there's a lot of those. They're good backs. They didn't last long, but they're good backs.
So you think being above average and good is the same thing, or kind of synonymous?
No, I say good and above average is the same.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
I'd rather be good than above average. I think above average is mediocre.
Average is literally mediocre. It's the average.
I think average is average. Man, I don't want to.
Average is literally mediocre.
This is a weed conversation.
What this is, but I don't know. I think average means mediocre. It's the medium.
Especially in the NFL when you have like such a high ceiling to compare to. So being average is you're of course better than the general population, but comparing yourself to an elite athlete.
Oh, I forgot you talking about that. There was this. Never mind. Not gonna because I don't know the name, but it was like this former basketball player. He only lasted like 2 years in the league, and he's like wide 6 foot or something. And they always make fun of him because he couldn't make it in the NBA.
Yeah,
like he averaged like 1 point, and he just couldn't make it.
I feel like that's hard,
but he always gets called out on. So he finally had an open in New York. He had an open gym day for people to come play him. That'll talk all this shit.
That's so petty.
He beat every single one of them. Because what he said. He said, I sucked in the NBA, but I was good enough to make the NBA. That means I'm better than all of y'all.
Of course, yeah.
So you're better than people that didn't make the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, did you not know that?
No, those people didn't know that. Like, because they called him out because he literally averaged like 1 or 2 points a game. And he just couldn't make it.
So how do you think that who wins in that situation? Does he win by doing that? Like,
I've heard arguments like that too. Like I'll hear like average NBA players. They'll say like, "I'm still closer to LeBron than you are." Like to me.
What's his name said that? Jared Dudley, I think.
Yeah,
he said something like that. He's hilarious. But I don't know, Roy. I don't know if that's a win, even though you beat a civilian. like are you beating Alex Caruso?
I mean, to him, I think it's win because he's beating all the people that would talk shit to him.
Like, I live in Florida. I can't come up there and ball on you. I don't know. I'd say that's not really saying much if you beat somebody 4'11".
So his name was Brian.
He doesn't have a last name.
Scalabrini.
Pumper.
So, look.
Oh, he was the Celtics.
Yeah, he gets caught out a lot. He sucked in the NBA.
Well, at least he's coming to people's mind.
So, but he had like an open gym and he just whooped everybody.
And then switching to NBA. So I saw that Shaq, he had made a comment about Kyrie, saying that if he was on his team, he'll just get him up out of there because he's not getting vaccine and he's kind of like holding the team back.
That's not why he said he would get him out of there. No, he didn't mention the vaccine.
He said he's holding the team back.
Yeah, but he didn't mention the vaccine. He mentioned because
how's he holding the team back?
Because he wouldn't be able to play home games.
Why is he?
I mean, you're
come on,
you're
Roy.
spinning it off. Shaq never mentioned the vaccine. He said because he can't play home games.
Why can't? All right, let's connect the dots then. Why can't he play home games?
His choice.
I hate you. That makes no sense.
It's his choice.
His choice to not play home games. Is there any particular reason?
Huh, you have to ask him. But
can he just if he wants to play home games, can he play?
He's not allowed in the arena.
Why?
Huh? His choice.
Like you don't make sense. Anyway, so yeah, he was like, get him up out of there. Yeah. I agree. I don't.
Even Wilt Chamberlain said it too.
I can't think of any reason to disagree with Shaq. Like, he's a distraction.
It is like.
And then, did you watch the Kyrie interview?
No.
So I watched some of it.
There's a new one?
No, it was the press week or whatever where they talk. Yeah. So, I saw KD. I didn't see Harden's, but KD was, I think, in the building. Mm-hmm. And he was talking. They asked him, "Do you think this will affect the team or whatever?" He was like, "No, we'll be ready." And then he kind of had to backtrack because it sounded like he was saying, "Yeah, he'll get the shot or whatever." He was like, "We'll be okay." Blah blah blah. Or he was pretty PC about it.
But that's KD. KD's like
right. And then I saw the Kyrie one, and then he was like, "It's his personal." He gave like this generic "I plead the fifth" type answer. But he was like,
it's my personal choice.
Yeah, he was like, I just want to keep it private. But he was filming from his house, and he was kind of walking around in his house.
Not allowed in the building.
I'm like, how are you talking about you want it private, but you're filming in your house, and you're like showing us your house? It's like, did it kind of contradicts?
This is where like the league comes in, and how much power does a team have if someone chooses to do that?
I don't think they pay him for that.
Are they? No, they're not. He'll lose. Okay. He'll lose like $19 million.
Well, yeah, then I don't see a problem with it. Then
no, but is a team allowed to like drop him? Like let him become a free agent, and the contract is voided.
I don't see why they would do that. I'd probably just try to trade him. I don't see why you got to like void the contract.
Who's going to take him if he can't play home games?
Well, Florida.
I mean, you can go to Houston. We open.
Yeah, Miami.
We open.
But yeah, I'd try to trade him, but I wouldn't just cut him because you don't get anything back. At least get something. But
you wouldn't pay them.
They're not gonna do that. But still,
also, I don't know how much Andrew Wiggins makes, but he's losing 16 million. Also,
yeah, he's probably gonna get the shot. But if you trade him to anywhere not like California or New York, he's going to play more home games than he would in other places. So,
but with that, you don't think like, just say Texas, Miami knows that. So Kyrie's trade value is down. They're like, you can't fucking use him. Like, why would we give you? We have the upper hand. Like, why would we give you what his value is?
Yeah, but this is all hypothetical anyway because they were saying that even if you tried to trade him, he would retire. So I mean, it's just stupid. He's a distraction,
bro. You trade him to play basketball in a state he can. My ass is gonna be tired, but I want to stay here where I can't play half the game.
Yeah,
that's just, bro.
Yeah. So
who has his back now? Well, we know one. I don't understand.
I don't know.
Who's with them now?
I don't know. It's hard. It's like I don't know how Kevin Durant feels about this or James Harden. It's funny. I actually did see some clips of James Harden's interview, and he talked more about his contract because he's coming up, and not. I don't think he's gonna do an extension. He's just gonna go into free agency.
Can you just imagine, like, our interview? They can slide me that 18 mil. They ain't gonna pay him.
Yeah. So I don't. That interview with Harden got me wondering too. Like, I don't think he's gonna stay there. Depending on how this season goes, he might be up out of there.
I'll tell you this: if they win a championship this season, I think there are gonna be a lot of people gonna be out.
Yeah, either way,
they did what they wanted.
It's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, if y'all don't win, I could point the finger and get mad and leave. If I do win, then what keeps me from still wanting to compete? You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then I was looking at it. Harden's preferred destination wasn't just the Nets. He had I forgot how many other places, and he's from California. So yeah, him and Russ are both from California. So
Isn't Russ from LA?
Yeah, I don't know what part though. Maybe Long Beach. I don't know if he's a Crip, but
gotta assume like that.
I don't know. He might be a Laker. I don't know.
He might be.
I don't know. But it's interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm ready for the season though.
It comes back in a couple of weeks already.
Well, preseason comes back.
But yeah, not a lot of players
starts
play.
October, like the third week of October.
So that should be interesting.
Is UTSA winning right now, Victor?
It's currently, they're up 17-10. It's halftime.
Up 17-10. It should be a blowout, right?
It should have been. Yeah, they were 21.5 point favorite.
Do UTSA received 4 votes in the last top 25 ranking? Do you think they should be in it?
Man, like, as a UTSA student and all that, like,
take all that out. Look at the
that doesn't make sense.
Taking that, nah,
that's like, just pure biases.
Yeah,
I can't say that.
You're trying to say no?
I'm trying to say no.
I'm trying
to say no because I'm looking at, like, I think the number 25th team is like Clemson. They have a couple losses and
Clemson's 2-2. They've beat Virginia and Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and like
Georgia Tech's beat a top 25 team too. So
I couldn't see anybody putting UTSA above. Clemson.
I'm surprised they got 4 votes. I think they're
not at
fun
4,
votes.
No. I think
fun votes.
If maybe 4 games from now, UTSA is like 8-0.
But who has UTSA beat?
So they've beaten Illinois. That's like
they have a losing record.
Big Ten school, but one of the worst Big Ten schools. They've beat Memphis.
They have a losing record as well.
They've beat. Let me take a look at this. I'm not sure who the other 2 teams are, but they're not beating big teams. They're beating teams smaller than them.
What got them noticed is Missouri, right? Both 3-0.
Yes,
but Missouri hasn't beat a team that has a winning record.
Mm-mm.
So it's
it's they're good wins in the beginning. It looks nice being 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, let them play. It's not their fault. They play who their schedule, but I don't see them unless they do another 4 or 5 wins straight.
Oh yeah,
they're not gonna because they got 4 votes, which is cool, but they need to start winning more, and they are. Like the program's nice. It's just college has a big separation in opponents when it comes to like, divisions and all that. So,
yeah,
hopefully, man, UTSA that'll be dope.
Yeah,
keep winning.
That's a San Antonio school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think most people. I guess yeah.
Let
them know. We assume they know.
University of
Texas,
San Francisco,
San Antonio.
But before we wrap up, so I've been watching a lot of crime TV. Have I posted that in chat? I don't know if I have.
Nah.
Like FBI files, all these things. Crime Watch. Like it's very interesting.
I like those type of TV shows, but not the reality ones.
It's the real one. Yeah, it's the real ones.
I like them.
Like I gotta watch it in doses too, though, because it kind of like messes with you.
It does.
I can't do it like
the last one that messed with me was the one that was the one that they all flew out to his private island. He would take all the underage girls.
Epstein?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, it was.
Why are you saying it like nobody knows who he is?
I forgot his name.
Okay.
But it was like it was a Netflix mini documentary. Like,
oh yeah,
it was
okay.
4 episodes, but each episode
I didn't
was
watch
an hour
that
and
one.
a half.
Yeah, I can't watch that,
bro. Like,
I already know what to expect.
Like his friends, like the power. Like,
yeah, that's like
crazy.
That's like a conspiracy thing that most likely would be real. Yeah, I couldn't watch that one.
No.
But yeah, I've been watching these like crime ones, and like I see why like middle-aged Caucasian women are into this stuff. It's very addicting, but I can't watch it all the time.
Are you comparing yourself to middle-aged Caucasian?
Nah.
That's what it sounded like.
Nah. We just got a couple things.
That's gonna be the clip intro for the day.
We got a couple things in common.
Be the clip intro.
But what I was gonna ask, so sometimes they find, well, most of the times they find the guy that did the crime. Let's say he killed the daughter or whatever. And like what really bothers me is when they go to court and he has like they talk, like they give he's guilty, he goes to jail.
He gets a statement.
The family gets to speak and they're like, we forgive you. Like, could you forgive somebody? Like I don't think I have that in me.
I don't think I can answer that just because I don't know,
man.
Because I mean, you hear a lot, and like I understand a little bit, like that stuff will eat you.
That's what I hear.
Like that stuff will eat you. Like it'll make you mad and angry. And
yeah,
you have to just, you know what, they say, like, you're not forgiving it for them, you're forgiving them for yourself.
Yeah, like I've heard that, and like I thought about it. Like I don't mind living with hate. Like there's a small dose of hate,
But that's the whole thing. It's not gonna be a small dose.
I don't hate a lot of people. I don't hate a lot of people, so I feel like I got enough room for this person. I got extra for you, buddy.
If they give you a good enough reason, you know what I mean?
Like you killed my child, or you killed somebody.
I mean, it's not like, to me in those situations, it's not about the person you're forgiving. It's for yourself.
Nah, like I don't know, because I think about that, and then Law-Abiding Citizen. Fucking Gerard Butler,
bro. That's a fucking good movie.
Man, I'm like, how do I use a digger?
Do you? I might be the only person that does this, but like, because I don't know about like, I miss movies and all that.
Yeah,
I literally Google stuff like that.
See movies, if it's real.
No, movies like Law-Abiding Citizens. Like
sometimes,
I Google that. I do that because I'm like, fuck, that was good. I want something like that.
Yeah,
and then I remember that's how I found out part 2 of that show, that movie where he hides in the bank as they rob it.
Oh, with the daughter?
Yeah.
Inside Man?
Inside, but it was the
first
2.
one was good. The second one was with his kid or something.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
it. It was good. I liked it.
Was?
Yeah, because they made a real personal connection with him. I mean, her and the detective that was trying to solve it too. So it was good.
All right. I might check it out. But yeah, I was thinking about that, man. I don't know, bro. I might just call some guys, like, run up in his bidet.
Call Russ his people.
Yeah. Like, I know y'all working with R. Kelly right now, but there's this guy. But yeah, I could definitely live with hate on my heart. I was thinking about that. I was like, how much stress would I have just hating this person, Because I feel like people who say you don't want to have that hate, they are in general already have a lot of stress. But if you don't have a lot of stress, you have some hate. You can get some hate out, But yeah, I don't think I could forgive somebody if they did like that, like the stuff that they be doing on these crime TV shows. Like without a doubt,
chill with those crime TV.
Yeah, man, it messes you up. You gotta watch Squid Games after. Check it out, bro.
I'm watching season 2 of Lupin,
The Bachelor.
No,
I don't watch Lupin.
It's really good.
Have you seen Squid Games, Victor?
I'm on about the 3rd episode right now.
Okay,
I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
Which game are they playing?
The last one they just played, it was just the beginning one, the red light, green light.
Damn, that one's a fan favorite. Everybo's making memes of that.
Yeah, man.
I see a lot of TikTok videos on that.
Yeah, I saw the basketball one that they posted. Yeah, but it's a good show. I'm watching that right now to get away.
I didn't
from
do
it.
it. This week I watched a lot of there was 3 Britney Spears documentaries released this past week.
I saw that. I thought you'd be busy.
I watched them all.
She's about to be free.
Yeah, 35, 40 days around there. So by her 40th birthday.
I hope she don't mess this up. I hope she don't make us regret like championing this. And her dad be like, I told y'all. I hope that don't happen.
There was supposed to be a lot of investigation after because there is a lot of stuff that happened that wasn't supposed to.
That's how
the documentaries were crazy. How there's like email proof and people that come forward that like they tapped her phone, security camera. They replicated her phone on an iPad and they do delete messages before she sees them and all this stuff. That's crazy.
Like I don't know what she was going through, but I mean, I don't know. Hope she can take care of herself after this. But before we wrap up, where can people check us out at, Roy?
Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, everywhere you listen to a podcast and watch a podcast.
So is Apple Podcast? I don't even know why I'm asking you this. Is it different from Apple Music?
It's a different app. It's the purple app with the microphone. An Apple Music app, I think, it's like the blue with the actual like eighth note on it.
Why you gotta flex eighth note? Just say the music note.
Music note.
Okay.
Is it not an eighth note?
It's a triple clef.
It's a triple clef.
But it don't matter where y'all listening. Don't forget to turn down the bass and turn up the mic. Goodbye.